Wednesday afternoon, we're looking at DWAC and the moves that we have seen today for this stock. Now, once again, we are joining you at the time a little bit earlier than usual. We're talking about 2 hours before market does close, so bear in mind anything could happen in the next 2 hours. However, I think it is enough data here that we have to give a bit of an opinion based on what we are seeing and talking about what we could be seeing moving forwards. So again, anything that happens in the later part of today's session is something that we will cover tomorrow, as you will understand. If that sounds good, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, because like I said, I do talk about this almost every single day. Again, if you guys enjoy it, keep subscribing, keep liking, and I will know that you are enjoying it. Do remember though, this is not financial advice and I am not a financial advisor. You must formulate your own opinions. And the third and final thing that I want to talk about is the fact that we are doing a fundraiser for charity. The charity is actually called Save the Children. I'm sure most of you have heard of it. If you can donate anything towards Christmas, you will be helping children's lives. So yeah, if you can donate, please do. But now we're going to dive into the video and look at DWAC. So once again, we're going to start off on the simple chart, and you can see one thing is clear. So we're up by about 9% so far. This is about $5, which is quite a big increase. So this is a good sign in my opinion for more than one reason. You guys will remember initially that we did the analysis this morning, looking at how the stock was moving in the pre-market, but now the market has opened and of course we have continued to rise. So just to break this down a bit further, we can see that from 9:30, that point where we were publishing our video, all the way down until about 10:15, we started to drop. Now 10:15, quarter past 10, we started to bottom out. You'll see this period here, and then we bounced off this 53 range. So it was a just under the 53, coming up to the 54 range. So about the 54 range, we bounced off that, and then we started to go much higher. Now coming up to 11:15, we've hit the highs of the day so far. This was up at $67, so it's been quite volatile, and then we're coming back down to lows down here at 59, and we are actually heading up again. So what comes next is unclear. It looks like we are currently on a run heading up to 65, but whether this lasts towards the end of the day is unclear. I think one thing is almost safe to say, with us having a gain today of about $6, it is highly likely that we are going to finish in the green. Again, it may all change in the last 2 hours, but it is looking quite likely, and that is actually a very good sign for DWAC, because so far up until this point, I have been quite bearish on DWAC. Not because I don't like the company, not because I don't necessarily like the fundamentals, it's just because of the fact that I am looking at this one from a technical standpoint. I like to look at some stocks from a technical standpoint, I like to look at some from a fundamental standpoint, and that's completely fair. It depends on the stock, it depends on why we are trading it and how we are trading it. I think DWAC does benefit more from a technical standpoint, and I think when we look at the technicals, it was not really a good buy up until this point, and it still is questionable, but we are definitely coming into more reasonable territory, and I'll explain why in just a moment. But before I go on to explain my opinion, what we're going to do is we're going to actually have a look at the technical indicators. So I'm going to quickly look at the 1 day, but I'm not going to pay too much attention to this, simply due to the fact that we've had that run in the last few minutes and it has skewed our figures, but we are clearly off the moving average because of this run. Same thing can be said for the RSI, it's up there at 71, it's going to be high because of this, and the MACD is becoming bullish. I have said it before and I will say it again, I don't think the 1 day data is the biggest deal in my opinion. When looking at the stocks, I don't really pay too much attention to it. The 5 day is a bit more important, and you'll see this downtrend is continuing for a while. We started to have this arguably consolidation downwards for some time here. This was yesterday, by the way. And again, my question was in yesterday's videos, are we going to see that consolidation downwards continue, and are we going to start to build up some support and actually start to jump up again on this stock, or are we going to see the opposite end of the spectrum? Are we going to see this one slowly start to fade away? Now bear in mind guys, more often than not, we do see these stocks start to fade away after some time, but today being a 10% gain with DWAC, my question is, has it found a floor? But like I said, I'll break into that in just a moment. So the indicators are still a bit high because of this run that we are having on the 5 day. We're sat on 64 for the RSI, and the MACD is becoming bullish as time goes on. The moving average is exactly where we are, and that is because we have had that nice time to consolidate, which is a good sign, and the 1 month is still quite mixed. So a few things to take away from today, especially the volume figure so far, and like I said, it could all change according to Yahoo Finance, is 31.14 million, which is compared to yesterday's volume figure of 40 and compared to the previous day at 65, and the day before that where we had the massive run was between 131, and then the prior day, which was Friday, was 498 million. So Thursday or Friday we had extremely high volume. Going forwards from there we had a little bit higher, but yeah, you will see that obviously we have been starting to drop in volume ever since. Now today is a little bit down from yesterday, but like I said, 2 hours to go, this could all change, and the data could become a lot stronger, so don't play too much relevance into that just yet. But yeah, the volume figure is a little bit lower, but it's not really too bad, and it is almost exactly where we want it to be. Now, for those of you wondering, our RSI figure is going back up again. It was coming down to a more reasonable level, but now it's going back up, touching 70 almost. Again, we want this to be down a little bit because bear in mind, 80 is considered to be overbought, and we don't want to really be in the overbought territory. We want to come down to a more normal level. This would be around 50, so the closer we get to 50, the better. But of course, if we do continue to sustain rises in price, we are inevitably going to jump up on the RSI, most likely. But what I want to talk about now is where we could be going with DWAC in the near future, because as I have said with DWAC, when it comes to the highs of the stock, I was quite apprehensive to call this one a goodbye. I understand that a lot of people thought it was going to 150, which it actually did, higher than that to $500, $700, $1,000, and of course, that did not happen. Now, does that mean that DWAC is not going to be a good buy somewhere along the way? Of course, it is mixed, and it does depend on how much risk you like to carry, but if your trading style encompasses a bit of risk, it doesn't mean that DWAC could not be a good buy for you. Of course, there definitely could be coming up an opportunity to buy this stock, but what I said is I wanted to see some consolidation before I was willing to say that. And I think we are coming down into that territory a bit more after a growth day today. I think for me to say DWAC is a relatively okay buy, it would still be quite risky, of course. But for me to say that, I would definitely be looking for another consolidation day tomorrow. I'd be looking for some small growth slash some consolidation, and even a small move downwards would be okay. As long as we remain relatively flat going forwards into tomorrow, I would be quite happy. Because now on the 1 month, and bear in mind we don't really have too much data to go off here, we have kind of found a support at this level just above 50 before. You'll see that over here from yesterday's candle, and it clearly is sticking up in today's candle, hitting almost exactly the same level, which is a very good sign. Now, ultimately, it doesn't mean too much. Like I said, the data is not too strong, and it is hard to say where we are going to go next with this stock. It always is going to be because of how volatile it is. But we know that a lot of people are still behind it. We know a lot of people are still supportive of it. And like I have always said, the opportunity will come up for this stock. I'm just willing to wait another day to see whether that opportunity is now. And I completely understand it, guys. Some people are going to be saying, why would you wait another day? Now is a perfect opportunity to buy. That could be the case, and I could be wrong. Again, I'm not giving you advice, so do not do what I say. This is just how I would play it. I would not buy it today. I would wait until tomorrow to at least see what happens, simply due to the fact that if it does continue to rise, yes, I will have lost a little bit of potential profit, but I will have also made myself a bit more secure in my sentiment. And of course, if it does drop tomorrow, I will have protected myself from that extra risk, which does come in from today. So ultimately, what I'm trying to say is be aware. The next few days are really going to be crucial for this stock, because we're looking to see if we can actually manage to find some support at this level where we are right now. If that is the case, because yes, we do have still a lot of people behind the stock, so if it is a case that we find some support here, fantastic, we're in a great place and we could be seeing more moves upwards. But again, right now, I am still looking for some more consolidation, a little bit more growth going forwards into tomorrow, and if we do see more growth into tomorrow, I will be significantly more bullish on the stock. I'm not bearish on the stock right now, I am bullish, obviously, but I am looking for a perfect time to buy. I think right now we are coming a bit closer to that level as time does go on. And with this run actually strengthening towards the end of the day, as you will see by how much we've been up in the video, the question really is going to be what comes next. I'm sure by the time you guys are commenting in that comment section below, you guys will be telling me what's coming next. And of course, I will see you all again in another video later or tomorrow to give you an update on what I think based on tomorrow's analysis. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.